the easiest places to start when it comes to thinking about how and why we experience life the way that we do is with the principle of thought and the idea that our experience is always inside out rather than outside in. So we're all always living in a world of thought. No two people have the exact same reality because no two people have the exact same thinking. Our thinking is what creates our experience of life. So while we may have agreed upon or shared beliefs that allow us to say that agree that today is Wednesday or agree that this is a phone, we're still seeing the world and experiencing life in very, very different ways based on our own personal thinking. I think this is kind of obvious. So we've all had this experience of noticing how we have very different reactions to something than someone else. So the job that you absolutely hated, that you just could not stand going to, that made you sick, is someone's dream job. People there loved it, I guarantee. At least someone there absolutely loved that job when you hated it. Or that person who seems really annoying is married. So obviously someone thinks differently about them than you do. You know, someone married them. And sometimes it's hard to get our heads around that. Like, really? How could that be? I mean, why don't people see it this way? Although we know that, you know, we all see things in a slightly different way, those are really clear examples of how our experience of everything is due to our thinking and not due to properties of that job or properties of that person. It's properties of you and how you're thinking about that job or that person that determines how you feel about it. Again, this is something that's so basic and it seems like such common sense, and we all get it on an intellectual level. But when you truly get this on a gut level, when this is something that just really is the way that you see things, everything changes. Because we say that we get it on this intellectual level, yet we still get baffled when we meet someone who doesn't see life the way that we see it. And we still look to outside circumstances and sort of assume that they are responsible for our feelings. So we still say things like, oh, the beach makes me really happy. I'm really happy at the beach. Or money brings me security. Or I'll be happy when, you know, I move to a different climate or find a better partner or whatever. And those things feel very true to us. And, you know, we're raised in this outside-in kind of way. It's very natural that we feel emotions, we feel something, and then we look to the outside world. Our eyes point outward. So we look at what's around us and we say, that's the cause. You know, it's the beach, it's the money, it's the partner, whatever it is. And it's never those things. Because if it were those things, it would be those things across the board. I know people who are miserable at the beach, and I know in my own experience I've been happy at the beach and unhappy at the beach before. So it can't possibly be the beach. It cannot be the beach. It has to be coming from within you. And it's true that our experience of life is always inside out. It may look like it's coming from the outside in. It's always, always inside out. So in future videos, I'm going to talk more about the nature of thought. For now, see if you can just sit with this. We're always feeling our thinking. We're never feeling stress from anything around us. We're never feeling the conditions of our life. We're never feeling, you know, sad because something happened or anxious because of what's going on in our week. We're always feeling the effects of how we're thinking. And really just sit with that for a little bit and see if you can notice how that's the case. And notice your natural tendency, because we all have it, to look outward and say, oh, I feel this way because of that thing out there. And then just remember that it could never be that thing out there. I don't even know a mechanism by which that would happen. You know, the beach doesn't have like chemicals that get into our system and create a feeling. It has to come from within you. And so just sort of, you know, feel that out and remember that. And we'll meet back here in future videos to talk more about the nature of thought.